mind is okay. Off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai. Them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo.
Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Hello there. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun live. If you have read the caption of the broadcast, you can make your own contribution in the comment section. Okay, we are on YouTube tonight. And to everyone joining, thank you for joining me. Well, telling you that the sky is falling on Nigeria. And this, as coordinated, sponsored, and backed by the government of Nigeria, terrorism has taken over Nigeria. Okay? There is no other way to put it. Even when people are trying to call it insecurity, it has become a state-sponsored terrorism, whereby the government of Nigeria backing the terrorists, the Fulani terrorists who continue to wreak havoc. And it seems that last week, this week, and maybe from now on, they have unleashed the dragon everywhere. Fire, burn, death, blood, sorrow, tears. You know, you wake up every day and you are looking at what is going to happen today. What is it going to be today? How many people are going to be killed today? What manner of terrorism are they going to carry out today? In Benue. First, let's go to Kaduna. You remember the College of Forestry and the mechanism or so. This College of Forestry students kidnapped in Kaduna 47 days ago. Those children are still in captivity of their kidnappers. Another set of students kidnapped from Greenfield University in Kaduna. They too, they killed 3 of them. These 3 young chaps were killed by the terrorists who kidnapped them from their private university, Greenfield University in Kaduna. And this guy is since been buried. They have killed another 2 of those they kidnapped, the student they kidnapped from Greenfield University in Kaduna. And as we speak, they unleashed another mayhem and terror in Ebonyi, same in Niger, same in Benue. The one that happened in Benue actually made the Benue governor to shed tears. It has become worse. I will share with you that the College of Forestry students kidnapped 47 days ago, where the governor of the state said he's never going to negotiate with the terrorists, never going to pay them any ransom. The Greenfield students kidnapped, the kidnappers are demanding for 800 million naira for their release, or else they will be killing three of them. They will be killing 3 every day. They have killed 5 as we speak, out of about 42 or 43 people, 3 students kidnapped. The national negotiator for the bandits, for terrorists in Nigeria, Sheikh Gumi, said his hands are tied because the governor of the state won't pay them ransom. He also warned the government of Boko Haram that you better cooperate. It is now war. It is no longer banditry or anything. That is from the national coordinator, the national organizer of all the terrorists in Nigeria, spokesperson of theirs. Ironically, Nigeria government continue to sabotage every effort to expose the rot, the lies, and the corruption behind the fight against terrorism. When, let's put it this way, despite the killings and continued killing of innocent people in northern Nigeria and every other part of Nigeria, you would expect the Nigerian army, the Nigerian security forces to be present in these areas where people need protection and security. The Boko Haram who attacked Shiroro, attacked Niger State, they have taken over your Shiroro Dam. You remember your national electricity grid. One of your national electricity grid, the dam, Shiroro, is now in the caliphate of Boko Haram under this Boko Haram. Niger State governor, who once campaigned for the amnesty for terrorists, came out to tell all of us that whether you like it or not, Nigeria is already at war. And the current location of the terrorists inside Niger State, where Abdusalami Abubakar come from, where Babangida come from, and so many other terrorists who also took charge of Nigeria and brought Nigeria to this level, where they came from. And they continue to claim that they control Nigeria. Their people are now refugees, homeless, destitute, killed, that they can't even pick up their bodies because the territories where they are killed, these territories are now in control and command of terrorists. But there is no Nigeria Air Force parading the area. There is no Nigeria Army, convoy on their way to this area. No, they are not. They are busy coordinating the destruction of southern Nigeria, southwest Nigeria, southeast Nigeria. They are busy coordinating assassination, assignments. They are killing people that are defending their land, defending their own people from the invading terrorists, the same terrorists who killed just this last week. A week, Nigeria, a country they have told you is not at war, they recorded over 800 people killed in just 1 week. And these people were killed by Fulani terrorists from different parts of the country. Boko Haram decided to punish the Channels television station in Lagos simply because they allowed an interview from the spokesperson of the IPOB, who came on here to deny the complete lie that the Nigerian government the Imo State Supreme Court coordinator governor, as well as all other criminals who have been perpetuating the killings, destruction, the burning, the kidnapping, the arrest, and so many other criminalities in eastern Nigeria, who came out to tell us that they killed the commander of IPOB simply because they believed that he was the one who carried out the attack that burned out the governor's house. No investigation, no court process, no arrest, no nothing. Just extrajudicial killing, assassination, and they killed 7 people, including a consul. When they were busy doing that, they were also shooting at Sunday Igboho's house in Ibadan, simply because Sunday Igboho stand up for the Yoruba people, for his own people who have become victims of Fulani terrorism in Yoruba land. Nigerian military are busy intimidating, assassinating, arresting, assaulting, and brutalizing the citizens of the southern Nigeria, while the terrorists continue to hold sway in northern Nigeria. Let us go a little bit to Benue. This is just 24 hours ago.
The situation is critical and it's terrible.
In fact, let's take that of Autumn first. Watch this.
It is an unfortunate development that what is happening, if the federal government have taken proactive steps, today we will not be where we are. These cops you're seeing here, in the last 2 weeks, we are burying over 70 people just in Makurdi local government alone. This is not accepted. Go to Guman, the same killings are taking place. Go to Gwa West, the same killings are taking place. This is not right. The federal government have refused to take proactive steps to arrest this ugly situation that we're witnessing here today. You will recall that I alerted the entire nation when Fulanis in 14 countries met in Yola and declared that except we repeal the prohibition of open grazing law, Benue will not know peace. And on the ground, I did say that I was targeted for elimination, to be assassinated, and that was done on me. It's only God that saved me. And I did say they are going after my people. So federal government should arrest the leadership of Maiyegun General and Hore that hosted that meeting. Until today, nothing has been done. This is really unfortunate. It means we don't have a government in place at the federal level. We don't have a government. This is very sad. Because if proactive steps were taken by arresting Maiyegun General leadership, this will not happen. For several years, we have been calling on federal government to take proactive steps to address this matter. They have refused to do. You can imagine, this is a bag in an IDP camp. The adjoining villages here, with the real camp and the adjoining villages, are occupied by IDPs. And what else do you want them to do? You send these people away from their villages. They came here to take refuge. And today, they are being killed in this manner. Over 70 people have been killed in the last 2 weeks by this herdsmen. They no longer come with their cattle. They come because they are looking for livestock they have to kill. They have even sent messages that accept livestock that refuse to take their cattle so that they will come and graze on our farms. And this we say no, it will not be accepted. What kind of a thing is it? What kind of a country we are in? Mr. President said the other day that the security men should shoot anyone with AK-47. And up to today, we have not heard where security men have shot them. The Minister of Defense came and reversed what Mr. President said, that they said they are arrested and prosecuted. Where are we going? How do you wake up every day and you see your people being killed? How can I be a happy man with this kind of a thing? How can I be a happy man? So please, Mr. President must do the needful. And I want to suggest that immediately let there be a security summit. I'm aware that in Niger, in Zamfara, all over the country, northeast, northwest, north central, southeast, southwest, all the places, this kind of barbaric act is being taken by the same Fulanis. And people are afraid to say it. And they give them a name bandit. They are not bandits, they are Fulanis. These ones that came here, look at the best way that they were seeing, and they were speaking that language. And they came and insisted that they must take government to proscribe or repeal the prohibition of open grazing act. That will not happen. It is not my making. It's the people of Benue State that told me to do that law. I didn't sit on my own and did any law. And so no one should try and make anything. You know? So this is sad. This is sad. This is sad. My heart bleeds. And President Buhari must arise to his responsibility as the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. If he doesn't do it, our people say that the goat doesn't bite. But when you push it to the wall, it will bite. This is not right. This is not accepted. This is not accepted. President Buhari was elected by the people. He must arise and do something. No other person has the responsibility of arming the security men and providing enough equipment and funding to ensure that they eradicate this. This is too sad. Buhari cannot be playing us around because these are Fulani men doing the same thing. As I said, they want to take over our land. If not, what is the essence? You send people away from their farms, and here they are in IDP camp, you come and kill them. What else do you want me to say? Buhari, if you were the governor of Benue State, what do you want me to say? You must arise and do something to stop it. They are your kinsmen. Call them and tell them this is enough is enough. This is being taking us for granted too far. And this will not be accepted. I know the implication of telling people to go on self-help. And I want to repeat my call that if you are serious on this security matter, Mr. President, allow us to buy AK-47 and places.
The governor is asking for a lifeless breeding mannequin to allow them to buy AK-47. Who gave the Fulani terrorists the permission to buy AK-47? Some of them, they still don't get it yet. They still don't. People were killed, chased away from their villages, from their farms. They are now living in more or less like an homeless shelter called IDP camp. Terrorists went there to kill them. No security, no nothing. Just talk, and all of that. Self-help, Mr. President, give us permission. The one that was negotiating for terrorists, the governor of Niger State. This is his latest opinion.
The situation is critical and it's terrible. Last night, we had over 3,000 people here from communities that have been displaced by bandits and Boko Haram elements around Munya and Shiroro local governments. However, some of them have started going back to their various homes, and there are some other communities that we think are safe, they can go back. But the vast majority of them will have to remain here because their towns have been taken over by bandits and Boko Haram elements. Their wives have been seized from them. Their wives have been forcefully attached to Boko Haram members elements. In fact, I just heard they've already placed their flag in Kauri. So, which means they've taken over the territory. And this is what I've been engaging the federal government with. And unfortunately, it has now gotten to this stage that if care is not taken, nobody, not even Abuja, is safe. We have been saying this for long. We've been saying this, and all efforts have been in vain. I hope with the outcome of these banditry activities and terrorist activities, I hope the time has come now to see reasons for a very coordinated military action to take place so that we displace The Boko Haram elements are trying to use these areas as their home, just like they did in Sambisa. Well, Sambisa is hundreds of kilometers away from Abuja, but Kaure is less than 2 hours drive to Abuja, so nobody is safe anymore. Not even Abuja is safe. So this is the time to act. But everybody, all hands must be on deck. All hands must be on deck. It's not for Niger State alone, no. It's for everybody to act. We have made all the efforts we need to do, and we have done it. We have tried our best. I am confirming that we have Boko Haram elements in Niger State around Kaure. They've taken over the territory. They've installed their flag. I'm confirming that now. They've taken over the wives of people by force.
That is the governor of Niger State too. If Maiyegun says it to you, especially the Buhari idiots, the collateral mumu, Maiyegun, it's not that bad. I've had people, they've stopped now. Nobody send me such messages anymore. I think they've they finally have to respect the fact that you may disagree with me, but you can't disagree with facts. Boko Haram has taken over territory. Boko Haram has made the northern governors to shut down schools. Boko Haram are now attacking villages in Anambra, attacking people in Enugu, attacking people in Lagos, kidnapping people in Ogun, sending people to refugee camp in Ogun, attacking people in Oyo, attacking government officials, Amotekun, in Ondo, kidnapping people of Ekiti, raping, and all these things are going on because the government of Boko Haram is in power. Somebody came out and they said they committed assassination. That's what they did, though. Let it be on record, though. What Nigerian military did in Imo State is called assassination. That is a crime against humanity. What they are doing in the eastern Nigeria, what they are using their Fulani terrorists to do in the Middle Belt, what they are doing in the Southwest, all over South, is called genocide, coordinated state-sponsored genocide. And in the genocide, they can also coordinate assassination. That is what they carried out in eastern Nigeria, and they want to carry it out more. They try to assassinate Sunday Igboho. They will do a lot using the state resources and the state cover to carry out assassination, while the terrorists will continue to terrorize. Nobody will stop them. Does it even make any sense? Nigeria military are in the eastern Nigeria. They are looking for ESN that are not on the street. They are not in town. They know it too. But they send their aircraft, their fighter jet to the eastern Nigeria, to Holu, to go and bomb civilians. And now children kidnapped for 47 days. Nobody is talking about them anymore. They are still in the captivity. Many of them, some of them, girls, they have been assaulted. They have been raped repeatedly by these Janjaweed terrorists. And they continue to go back and kidnap more and more. But yet, the Nigerian military, the Nigeria DSS, Nigerian police, they have no intelligence on how to trace them. When you talk, they will say, we cannot just go and bomb the place because of the civilians there. But they can go and bomb Olu. They can go into Obibo and start shooting at people inside their houses, killing them when they are in their own houses. They can do that because they are looking for ESN. They can go to Ibadan and start shooting at Sunday Igboho's house because they are looking for who? They are looking for Sunday Igboho. But they cannot go, use all those resources, use those planes, use those research and rescue and all of that. For 47 days, those children are still there. Then when the lie went on and they realized that the lie won't sell, Channels Television then invited the IPOB. Nigerian media, they are not in any way different from the Nigeria government with the level of complicity, cover up, and useless, demeaning headlines to describe people who are fighting for their own legitimate rights, God-given rights as human beings, right? Nigeria media, but for the first time, on this case, not like what happened at the Owerri prison break, organized by Hopeless Uzodinjo. They organized the prison break of Owerri prison. They blame it on IPOB. When they realized that the whole thing doesn't really make any sense, they are not talking to their fellow collateral mumus, the Buhari idiots. They now said it was done by the politicians. They didn't give the IPOB member, our IPOB, the opportunity to defend themselves. No, everybody just ran with the headline. Oh, IPOB member attacked the Owerri prison. Many of them did not change their headline, but something happened when they killed Ikonso, the commander of ESN commander for Imo State. When they killed him, when they assassinated him, it wasn't a gun battle. It was a coordinated state-sponsored terrorism. For those of you who don't know, okay, it is state-sponsored terrorism. Once they put your name in the kill list, they can use the terrorists to kill you, make it look like you are attacked and killed by terrorists. If they realize that would be too tough to do, right, they will then organize their military. Their military will come in and they will call it an operation in your area and they will get you killed and they will then blame you. When you are dead, you will not be able to defend yourself anyway, Abi. So they did the same thing to these IPOB ESN members, okay? And immediately Nigeria media, they ran it. Oh, IPOB member, commander killed after they burned down governor's house. You know, that kind of useless media, especially in Lagos. Channels Television decided to invite the IPOB spokesperson to come and tell them their own side of the story. Boom. 2 hours after that, Channels Television received suspension. The program that invited the IPOB spokesperson, and after that interview, they suspended them. And they also fined them 5 million naira for inviting IPOB spokesperson to Channels Television. Meanwhile, Sheikh Gumi, the man that knows the location of all of the terrorists killing people in northern Nigeria, Sheikh Gumi, who can get to the location of the terrorists, Sheikh Gumi is a superstar on all the prime television stations, online and offline in Nigeria. And nobody ever, any of them received any fine until Channels Television brought in IPOB spokesperson. Now, do you understand that now? They have to find the Channels Television, find NBC, they call them. They have to find them, what do you call it? Where is that letter again? This is an old one. Sorry, I didn't bring up that one. But they have to find them 5 million naira. And they warned them never to invite anybody from the IPOB to their program, and they will not allow any platform, any media house in Nigeria to invite any IP, but they are welcome to invite Sheikh Gumi, Issa Pandemic, and so many other terrorist spokesperson, Miyeti Allah, right? They are all allowed to be interviewed on Nigerian television, on Nigerian media. Now, listen to this. Listen to the interview that got Channels Television fined 5 million naira. In Nigeria,
meanwhile, IPOB has released a statement reacting to the arrest and death of one of theirs. We caught up with the spokesperson of the group, Emma Powerful. And here is the telephone interview with him.
What can you tell us about what happened yesterday, the arrest and the death of a leader of IPOB?
They lied to the public that they enter our camp. Nigerian army can never in their life enter ESN camp. That is a promise. The guy went to his village. They ambushed him there. That was all.
Why did you say they can never enter your camp?
They cannot, because they don't have the wherewithal to enter there. They don't have the power.
Do you mean that you have the firepower?
God is on our side, and God is protecting us.
So what happened? How did you lose the member, and how many of your people have been arrested?
They have arrested more than, since in Imo State, they arrested more than 50 people in Izombe, in Oguta, Ohaji, Ebema, LUGA. They have been arresting people, going to their houses and they arrest them. In Anambra, they arrested so many people. In Abia, they arrested so many people. And yesterday on, the guy, our commander went to his village. He's from our mama. They ambushed him with some politicians, Obioso and the coup. They ambushed him, ordered the military to kill him. That was what happened.
You sent a tacit threat to the governor of Imo State. What do you mean by that threat?
He knows Imo State administrator, Supreme Court administrator, knows very well that he committed a crime and we must follow him up.
What crime did he commit?
He ordered for the killing of this guy because he refused his offer.
What offer is that?
To come and hear the Bubago. Any court date, they run away. Don't you know that?
So what are you planning to do now?
We are planning to get Biafra.
When are you planning to do that?
God knows the time.
Okay, so let me, because residents of Omuma, when we interviewed them yesterday, they said that the people that attacked the governor's house are members of ESN. What do you have to say to that?
Anybody can say whatever he or she likes. It doesn't concern us.
So, and that's the reason why I asked the question in the first place, that are your members or ESN, are they the ones who attacked the governor's house? Because those who saw it said your members were the ones who staged the attack. For some of the information that we have when we went on the ground and the pictures that we saw of the late Ikonso commander that was killed yesterday by security operatives, they said they recovered several sophisticated weapons, including 6 AK-47 rifles, hundreds of ammunition of different calibers, and lots of charms, including bulletproof charms. How true is this?
Can you, first of all, ESN we don't use army uniform, Nigerian army uniform. That is number one. Number two, they presented 3 AK-47 with 1 magazine. How can somebody use 3 AK-47 with 1 magazine? They presented 10 bullets while we have no machine gun there. So these things, they are liars. All those informations are false. They are not saying the truth because they don't want to tell the Nigerians, the citizens, the citizens that Nigeria is almost collapsing. And the IPOB have decided that nothing will stop them to back out on this course for Biafra restoration. So other tribes can work for their own. They can say whatever they like. We are intact. Another commander has taken over.
What's the name of the commander?
I won't tell you.
If you say that your intentions is for the Igbo nation,
we are not talking of. First of all, mind you, we are not talking of Igbo nation. We are talking of Biafra. Biafra comprises so many tribes, not only Igbo nation. We are not talking of Igbo nation. We are talking of Biafra.
So what are your thoughts
Former
about
Eastern region, both south and southeast. We are not talking of Igbo nation.
But let me ask you, what are your thoughts on the establishment of Ebubeagụ?
Ebubeagụ is a ghost security outfit, so we have nothing to do with them. If there is no group called Ebubeagụ, that name is from out. It's a ghost group. We have not seen them. Let them come out and do the funny things. We show them where they belong.
Okay, so confirm to us, ESN is not behind the attack on the governor's house.
I told you before. When you went to Omuma and interviewed people, did they tell you that those that came to attack in that very place mentioned ESN, and we are ESN, we are IPOB?
Yes.
Me up till now.
They said so, yes.
The people said they are ESN.
Members of the communities. Yes, they said.
Members of the community say
yes.
They are ESN.
Yes, that's what they told us.
IPOB.
Yes, that's what they told us. Yes.
They lied to you. They lied to you.
They told us that's what they confided in us, that they are members of ESN.
They are lying.
So you are saying that ESN does not have a hand in it?
ESN can never come on operation and tell you, we are ESN. We can't do that. We know what we are doing.
Okay. So what kind of operation does ESN do?
We pursue Fulani terrorists in our bushes and our forests.
That interview, phone interview, got them really, really, really mad. The fact that Channels Television was doing, people that broadcasted it. Meanwhile, the Biafrans, they don't even need the Channels Television. If Channels Television did not ask for an interview with them, I possibly believe that they would never, ever, ever, ever wanted to have anything to do with Channels. And you all know that that's the truth. But that puts Channels Television in trouble. As we speak, one day, you might just wake up with the news of Channels Television's broadcasting license has been revoked by the NBC. Don't be surprised. That is where the whole thing is still going into. Do you understand? Because it is like it is time. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, the hour has come. I am still trying to figure out the full meaning of that. Some of the Biafrans, they already know what that means. You see? Same way some of them knew that we are going to end up this way. And some of us refused to agree or even take a look at what they are telling us. Today, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said just about 2-3 days ago that the hour has come, Elohim, to you we submit our souls. And a day after that, these people who are planning to assassinate Ekonzo and so many other people they penned down to be assassinated, they carried out the first attack, the first assassination. And like joke, like play, the whole country seems to be going up in smoke. Everywhere, Ebonyi, Enugu, Anambra, Niger State, Taraba, Kebbi, Yobe, Borno, everywhere. Like they just activated them that, okay, it's time, oh yeah, start the killings. And more than 800 people got killed within just about 2 weeks. Lagos, exactly, even Lagos. So I'm trying to study what that man. I have invited him many times. He has not responded to my invitation. I want to bring him to Maiyegun's diary. I want to ask him some personal questions, which I would love to ask him instead of making up my own assumption. Because when he said the hour has come, and it is pretty much like, go and kill them. Kill as many as you want. You are on your own. Soldiers are being killed. Even Air Force, Nigeria Air Force, they bombed their own soldier. Mistakenly, they said. Mistakenly. So, I am not such a spiritual person, so I won't understand things of the spirit. I prefer things that are more practical. You know, I love things that are practical so that I can easily just detect any default or anything. I mean, so any fault or anything that needs to be fixed. So that's why I don't argue about anything spiritual, but I would love those who are smart enough to break things down for, like, when you are explaining something to a 5-year-old boy, the way you explain, like, that's what I'm going to bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come and do on Maiyegun's diary whenever he has the time to come up. Everywhere on fire. Every morning you wake up, you are just so worried that maybe today will be different. Maybe today will be different. Hell Rufaya, Kaduna Little Finger, the people of the damned people. And every time I sit down and I see or trying to imagine all that is going on, right? There is no way I can get these words of Jonathan out of my head. But I also caught this. It was El Rufaya talking about the Chibok girls kidnapped. And because Jonathan won't negotiate. In fact, listen to this. This was 2014 when they kidnapped the Chibok girls. The people that kidnapped the Chibok girls, they are now in government. See how kidnapping is so easy now. See how mass kidnapping of school children is so easy now. Kaduna Little Finger, El Rufaya
has become so incompetent, we'll be praising them and say that, oh, terrorism is happening, Jonathan is doing nothing. Well done, Jonathan. Are we supposed to do that? We are in opposition. Our job is to look at even good things that they are doing and say they are not doing it well. That is the job of opposition. So we have no apologies for pointing out to Nigerians that this government is incompetent and has failed to provide security. If you say we are politicizing it, fix the problem so that we can't politicize it. Okay? Are we politicizing breathing of air? Every Nigerian can breathe air. We can't politicize it because there is no problem there. But if you fail to supply petroleum products and we say you are failing, you say we are politicizing it. Fix the problem so that we don't politicize it. If you say that there is terrorism, we are politicizing it, eliminate terrorism. 5 years ago, nobody is talking about terrorism in Nigeria. Under Jonathan, it has become an industry. And we should not take advantage of their failings so that we secure the votes of Nigerians in the next elections. There must be something wrong with them. We have made suggestions to the government on how to improve security. They have ignored it. They have set up 5 different committees that have given them recommendations how to address this problem of terrorism in the last 3 years. They have not implemented one. They are incompetent. But they try to blame other people.
So at this stage that we are right now with terrorism in Nigeria, what do you think is the solution, especially on how to rescue the girls?
Look, the government has the solution to this problem. Several committees have given them recommendations. They should just implement the recommendations in their drawer. Okay? As for rescuing the girls, we have seen examples of what countries do when this situation happens. You should have military action on the one hand and negotiation on the other hand. You should not foreclose anything because the lives of your citizens are at risk and you don't want to lose one life. You don't want to lose the life of one person. You don't want to lose the life of 250 girls. So whatever it takes to rescue those girls should be done. If one of these girls was Jonathan's daughter, the story will be different. The only reason why these girls are still in captivity is because they are not the daughter of any important man in Nigeria, and we know it. And if you say I'm politicizing terrorism, go and rescue the girls so that I don't have a basis to politicize it.
So are you in support of negotiation?
is in support. School children kidnapped 47 days ago. Those children who are begging that they should be rescued. Their captors, share this video tonight.
Allah iyayenmu dan Allah ku zo ku yi taimako ku biya kudi ku cece mu dan Allah ku yi kokari ku yi yakacin kokari dan Allah
My name is Yahaya Paul. I'm from Federal Forestry and Mechanization. Please, we are calling on our parents to help us to come and take us out of here. They should try their possible best to see us out of here. We are suffering. Some of us are sick. We've not been eating well. Please, parents, help us so that we could come outside from this place.
My name is Benson Emmanuel. Please, we are begging on our parents, please, to come and help us out of here. We've stayed here for days. We have not been eating. Most of us have been sick. Most of us are hungry. Please, we are begging on our parents, please, come and help us, please. Please, we're tired of here, please, please.
Ni ɗaya daga cikin ɗalibar makarantar Federal College of Forestry Mechanization. Dan Allah muna roƙo ga iyayenmu da su zo su taimake mu wurin nan. Mun gaji ba ma cin abinci, ga ciwo ga matsaloli, dan Allah su taimake mu su ƙara ƙoƙari kan ƙoƙari. Su zo su ƙwace mu a wurin nan. Yau kwanan ku nan da haka mu. Yau kwanan mu 46 ne ko da 7 ne? Da 7. To mutum nawa ne
Those children, they have been with their captors. They are from the College of Forestry and Mechanism, they are called. You remember the story? They are still in captivity. Many people have been kidnapped after that. I'm talking about thousands, so not just, you see that camp, this is how they have the camps in different parts of Nigeria. In southwest, southeast, south, wherever, all everywhere. Where people have become so unfortunate simply because they are Nigerians, Nigerians inside Nigeria being kidnapped, and they are living with their captors inside Nigeria, and the Nigerian military, they are busy in the eastern part of the country.
This morning, I tried to be happy because of today is a Women's Day. Since yesterday, I was moody because of what is happening in our land in Imo State. Because of what is going on there. I read the news what the army said and the police, that they came and killed one of the commander, Eastern Security Network. And they said they had a joint force to kill this young man. And I asked, what is the offense of this young man? Because he devoted and he gave his life to defend his land. That the herdsmen will not kill our mothers and our fathers. That they will not rape our women. And I said, okay, does it mean that the armies, they can have this equipment? Well, so Shekumi will go and negotiate with bandits. DSS will not go after Shekumi or trace when he's going to negotiate with bandits. The army will not go and kill bandits and criminals and terrorists and herdsmen. But they went to kill a man who is protecting his town. Because of this, I bring out this my story. Nigeria Army, you will see war from today. We have no other God. We have no power. No one to speak for on our behalf. Ejimokuta today, na Gorondi Bonine. That from this hour, the Nigeria Army and police will see wickedness. Amen. I said that.
Amen. I like that. Just wish it's going to happen that way. But they are already seeing problem because they are the problem. We should just all run for our lives before we get caught up in the whole thing. Let us continue to push. Let us continue to raise the awareness. Let us continue to remind everyone that everybody, now all of us go eat breakfast, but we are not stupid. And no matter what they try, no matter how they try, how much they try, to hoodwink many, or as much as they continue to hoodwink many, we will continue to use every possible opportunity, every available opportunity to tell the people the truth. You see, everything happening right now, they are not happenstances, or they are not coincidences. They are not because you are a sinner. It is because they are planned. And being trapped in it is now by choice. The Yoruba leaders who have been trying to play ostrich, who have been trying to pretend that they have something they can still offer about Nigeria, who are still kind of scared to publicly say it, that they want Oduduwa Republic. Some of them will tell you, if they push us, we'll just demand for Oduduwa Republic. We just want self-determination. You better be very clear and let the people know what they want. Oduduwa Republic or nothing is what you should demand. And it is non-negotiable. Demand for that. Demand for peace. Because you see these criminals, they are everywhere. Listen to David. Dismantling other things you need to know. How these terrorists, how they have eaten and entered everyone, including the Benue video you watched today. Listen to this. Sorry if the part of the audio is so loud, okay? But you are going to enjoy the information in it. Sit back, watch this.
I'm joined by an award-winning journalist, David Hundane. David, good to have you.
Thank you for having me again.
Yeah, David, let's go straight to the matter. You recently published some documents on your Twitter handle, and you said you'd been sitting on those documents for, say, like 6 months. Describe the nature of those documents and why you chose to sit on it and why you chose to release it now.
So it's a report called Silent Slaughter, Genocide in Nigeria, the implications for the international community. It was published, put together and published by two NGOs called ICON, that's the International Committee on Nigeria, and PSJ, which is the Project for Peace Building and Social Justice. I did some work on the project. I was a minor contributor to the project. And what the project sought to do essentially was to go to Nigeria's Middle Belt and put together data and information proving that the massive loss of life that has been recorded in that area over the past decade isn't random. It isn't just an unfortunate sequence of events, but that under international law can be correctly classified as a genocide. And the reason for that was that under American law, wherever something which can be classified under international law as a genocide takes place anywhere on earth, the US government is obligated to step in. That's an American law. So essentially, the goal of the project was to demonstrate to the US government that what has been happening over the past decade in the Middle Belt of Nigeria, particularly in Benue State and in Taraba, satisfies the requirements for being acknowledged as a genocide, because in that case, the US government would then be obligated to step in to do something about it. And the most immediate example that can be used as a point of reference is that of the Darfur region in Sudan. So if you remember, sometime in the early to late noughties, there was a huge humanitarian crisis in Darfur, which was caused by a genocide. The majority, the regime-backed militia were essentially trying to depopulate the Darfur region of Sudan, which was mainly populated by traditionalists, animists, and Christians. And they're trying to artificially repopulate that area with Arab and Berber Muslims. And the US government recognized it as a genocide, and they appointed a special envoy to Sudan. And that was the beginning of the end of the saga. That was eventually what led to the end of that humanitarian crisis. So the purpose of that report was to prove that the violence over the past decade in the Middle Belt was a genocide. I actually have a copy of the report here. And if you go, it's actually available online now. You can actually Google it and download it. Once again, the name is Nigeria Silent Slaughter, Genocide in Nigeria and the Implications for the International Community. Now, why I chose to sit on it since last year was because the information contained in this report is there's no other way to describe it other than heavy. It's very heavy information. It's not the sort of thing that you just put out lightly, or casually. It might not even be safe to just put it out randomly because you don't know what sequence of events might be sparking off. So I just sat on it because I didn't really know what to do with it. I mean, if you have information proving that your government potentially is implicated in at least tacitly endorsing an active genocide, an ongoing genocide in your country, then what exactly are you going to do with that information? But a few days ago, when a communique from 2010 was leaked, that is the document from the JNI, which basically laid out in very, very granular detail plans to unleash violence on Nigeria's north and middle belts, and to essentially make it such that the traditionalists and Christians in those areas were going to face the fight of their lives. They were going to be killed. They were going to be displaced. They were going to face maximum discomfort. And this was orchestrated. This was planned very carefully, and this was all written down. And there were names attached to this document. And then it's on historical record that this meeting actually took place, because at the time it took place, it was actually reported that it took place. But the details of the meeting are what have just been released now. And when I saw that, then I thought that, okay, it's finally time, I think, for this information to come out now. Because I think now this information can be properly contextualized. Because if it had come out before, possibly there might be that pushback that it's just so shocking, so so hard to believe, and there is no point of reference. So people will just push back against it, unthinkingly. But this time around, because there was that point of reference that, okay, so this was the precursor to this. This happened in 2010. A meeting chaired by Issa Pantami, which took place in 2010. People actively sat down and decided that over the next few years, we are going to wreak religious mayhem on this part of the country, and we're going to do it for the explicit purpose of rolling back
David.
Yes.
Thank you for giving that background. But just to say that
some continue to insist it is past, or even if you yourself don't think that differently from the way Issa Pantami thinks. I think from the point of view of optics, at the very least, it would have been expedient to find a way to ease him out, so at least maintain a veneer of credibility, of respectability, of legitimacy. But now they have done that. They've very clearly come down on the side of Issa Pantami against public opinion, against the Nigerian people. They've set themselves up in opposition to the electorate, which I'm not quite sure how that works or what the plan is going forward. Because if they think that this issue is over because Garba Shehu released a statement saying that it's over, well, they're making a very big mistake.
Okay,
because
David,
more and more information is going to keep on coming out about Issa Pantami over the next few days and weeks.
Okay, in a very short, I think you have about a minute. I don't know, you can pick the one you find more vital to explain. For those who are wondering, a genocide, how does this qualify as a genocide? Who is the perpetrator? Who are the culprits? You said it's the Middle Belt. And then ultimately, you reached out to the foreign powers. Did you achieve your objectives by reaching out to them through that document?
Yes and no. Yes, in the sense that we got an acknowledgement from the U.S. government that, yes, you may have a case. And so as a result of that, Nigeria was placed on a list of countries of concern for strangling of religious freedoms, which was put out by Mike Pompeo shortly before Donald Trump left office. But no, in the sense that wasn't really the outcome we were looking for. What we were hoping for was that the U.S. would appoint a special envoy to Nigeria, which obviously is still a possibility. It depends on what the Joe Biden administration decides to do with the fact that Nigeria is now on that list. Obviously, the Democratic Party has a certain history of engaging with Nigeria in a certain way. So some aren't all that optimistic.
Apologies,
about the
David. But I do apologize. I gave you more to chew on, and we don't have enough time to cover everything. But thank you for your time.
That document, I shared that with my viewers a few days back. You can search for it online, and I'm going to look for it myself again, and I'm going to share that with you. Let me see if I can find it. If you're watching me on YouTube, I think you might be able to copy it. So I'm going to drop that in the comments for everyone who might want to read it. I'm going to advise you to open it on a laptop or a desktop, not just your phone. It is over 300 pages. Do you understand? It's over 300 pages. The killings, how the government of Nigeria, the military, how they carried out genocide in the middle belt of Nigeria, all the genocide they carried out in Biafra land, everything that's scattered all over the country. You can pick them up in this report. It will shock you. I'm sending that into the comments. If you have a time to pick it up, read it. Relax with it, okay? And read it. It's detailed. I'm going to see everyone again tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm going to have a guest. So that is why, if you have a chance of joining me live tomorrow, we're going to have about 2 broadcasts tomorrow. The first one will be in the afternoon. The second one will be later in the night. And later in the night, that is when I'm going to have a guest. The sponsor of that segment of our program, the Sendwave representative, is going to be a guest on Maiyegun's Diary tomorrow evening. So it's going to be with us for about 10-15 minutes before we delve fully into our program. So I just want you to know that, in case if you are going to be joining me tomorrow evening. But until then, remember this: it has been sorrows, tears, and blood for the past 48 hours alone in Nigeria. What do you think the news is going to be about tomorrow? Something different? Of course not. Let me tell you what is about to happen. With the pressure that is now mounting, eventually, it is either the United States government to appoint a special envoy genuinely to Nigeria, or the United Nations will appoint a special envoy to Nigeria, and everyone who is being persecuted, every tribe being persecuted, will push their case. So when you listen to the story of Sudan, what do you call it? Sudan, yes, Darfur in Sudan. And you hear the story of the Southern Sudan. Yes, it all started in Darfur, where the Darfurians were being killed by the Janjaweed terrorists who claimed that, who wanted to kill the people in that particular part of the country, then populate the area with their own Janjaweed terrorists as well, so that in another 100 years, they can claim to be the Sultan, Emir of those areas. So people fought. It led to serious war. All right. So eventually, the United States and the rest of the world appointed special envoy to Sudan. What ended it? South Sudan also started their wahala. When South Sudan, just like what is going on in Nigeria now, Southern Nigeria is going to stage a very strong resistance to this military Janjaweed, this Fulani Janjaweed, the terrorists in government, okay? It will get to that point. And it will get to that point where they will appoint a special envoy. Special envoy is the one that are those that will come around and say, okay, if we now want go your separate ways, how you want to take do am? Oh yeah, do am, bring your distance together. Because we can't sit down with these barbarians. I don't think we'll be able to sit down with these killers to have any conversation. They are not even interested. They are coming with their guns. And I think it's just going to be gun for gun that will push that back. It's pretty much going to be civil war when the government is involved. The genocide they are carrying out all over Nigeria, the one they are carrying out in the eastern Nigeria, the one they want to carry out in the the western Nigeria, will be met by the resistance of the people of the southern Nigeria. Just be sure of that, because we will ensure that people know this, and you will never be told a lie. Those who want to be politically correct, some of them are going to be victims of the war that is coming. And we are not asking for war. They brought it to us. Defending ourselves is not a call for war. Referendum is not a call for war. Last, a special envoy will resolve it. Keep pushing. Keep fighting, Biafrans. Keep pushing. Keep fighting, Oduduans. Keep pushing. Keep fighting, Southern Nigerians who believe in equity, justice. And they believe that, of course, we have nothing in common with these barbarians. Okay? Keep fighting. Keep pushing. You will win. We will win. And I strongly believe in it. If you enjoy your time with me tonight, remember, you can give me a thumb up. There is a like button under this video, right? Underneath it. Yeah. Leave the chat room. Underneath the video, you will see this thumb up. Just click it. 1. You can't have up to 2,000 people watching and only about 400 of us have the time to say, Maiyegun, well done. If you give me that before you go, I'll see it after, okay? Thank you so much for your time. I'm going to see you again tomorrow, okay? Remember, there will be no going back. Even when they do more than this, they will still be defeated. It's just a matter of time. Good night, everyone.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lé ibó níṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀.
èèpo ọ̀bọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí abínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ tún ra kì Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ tún ra kì o ẹ̀yin bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran.